Hello guys, what is up? It's Spooky Noodles, and I have another book mail video for you guys today. It's a little bit bigger this time around because I kind of made sure that I got, most of the books were coming in one day, but I also saved one book just for this moment. But I was kind of surprised that I got so many books in one sitting. Also, I got a bookmark, so I'm really excited to show you that, guys. And also, by the way, I'm in an awkward position because I'm still plugged into the wall. My phone is charging. It's almost dead. But I thought I'd shoot the video anyways because I'm a moron. So, yeah. Let's do this, guys. So first, let's show you off the bookmark. So first, I'm going to show them the free bookmark they sent me, which is a advertisement kind of. And that is the Stranger Dream, a Ouija board bookmark. And it has all their details on the back. So if you want to shop at Stranger Dreams, there you go. They have excellent bookmarks. And I love their bookmarks so much, hence why I bought this one. It's still in the package, but it's a cool rendition of Courage the Cowardly Dog. One of my favorite shows growing up, and one of the reasons why I got into horror in the first place. Yes, a lot of people say Goosebumps, and which Goosebumps and Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark were both big influences for me. But Courage the Cowardly Dog was probably the biggest. I watched Courage the Cowardly Dog like it was religion, like I just religiously watched it. I was there every single new episode. I loved it. It had a great animation. It had scary scenes. It had a great storyline. It was basically the same story over and over again. Courage has to save his family from something, And then you have a lot of bits they do. So, really awesome bookmark. I think it's double-sided, if I'm not mistaken. I have to get it out of the packaging, and it's kind of hard to open this thing with one hand. But your boy is skilled like that, so let's get it out, shall we? Oh, it's a thickie, too. It's a thick bookmark. There we go. So, yes, it is double-sided, but it's the same image. But there you go. Very cool bookmark. I think this was on sale, and if it wasn't, I just got it because it's cool. But I'm pretty sure it was on sale at the time. I could be wrong. I'm not sure if they're even selling these anymore. But I've been waiting for this bookmark forever. I forgot about it, guys, because it took a little while. Honestly, I don't know where they're shipping it from, but it must be far away because I live in Michigan, and it took forever to get here. Or there was something wrong with mail. That's happened sometimes. But I forgot about this, guys, and I had this thing on my shop app. My shop app said that I had something shipping it from stamps.com or something like that. And I was like, I have no clue what that is. So when it finally got here, I was like, cool, I'm really ecstatic. I forgot about it, and now I'm happy. It's a happy surprise for sure. I thought it was going to be another book, to be honest with you. Also, I have a booger on my nose. I apologize for that. It's probably really gross. You probably don't want to see that. So I'm going to pause the video and blow my nose. Okay, sorry for that grossness. I did not realize I was so gross. Filming without blowing my nose. I didn't know I had a boogie, but I hope you guys don't mind. I'm so sorry. I'm gross. It's just a known fact. I am a gross guy. Both with my writing and just who I am naturally. So, anyways, that's the Courage the Cowardly Dog bookmark. I almost forgot. Very good show if you haven't seen it. What are you waiting for? I think they took it off Netflix a long time ago. But it's one of my favorite shows of all time. It means so much to me. It got me into horror. There were so many good episodes. I mean, if you don't like Courage the Cowardly Dog, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But, I do know people who don't like it because it did scare them. Or they didn't like the animation. Which is weird because it was like, the animation was pretty ahead of its time, I like to think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But Courage the Cowardly Dog bookmark. All right, next we have Gourd Rollo books. And I just realized that the corner of this is bent. But it's in pretty good condition other than the corner being bent. This one is The Jigsaw Man. I think I saw the Magpie Reader. I'm not sure what her YouTube is. Magpie Reads. I'm not really sure what her YouTube is, but I saw her review this book. Go check her channel out if you haven't. I'll leave a thing in the description for her channel, if I remember. And yeah, she did a review on this, which made me really want to read it. Then I kind of Didn't go out and look for it. And then I was going to buy a new paperback version, but then I saw the original paperback was pretty cheap to find. So I went ahead and got the Jigsaw Man paperback, which is the original version, I believe. I think this is a first printing. Let's see here. Yeah, it's the first printing. Came out in 2008. So, yeah. I hear great things about it. It's kind of like, I don't know what it's really like. I'm not going to read synopsises today because I got a lot of books here. I got like, I don't know, 5 books here. I mean, I could do it if you wanted me to. But already I don't feel like doing it because the synopsises are long. So if you want to check out what these books are about, go search them on Goodreads. Goodreads usually has really good descriptions. So yeah, Gord Rollo, the Jigsaw Man, go check out that YouTube channel. I just told you the channel. I can't talk today. So yeah, go check them out. Next is another Gord Rollo book, and that is Strange Magic, my bad. By the way, I have Crimson, which everyone says is a really good book by him, or them. I don't know what they are. I'm pretty sure it's a guy, though, Gord. Strange Magic. It's like right there, but it's all flipped backwards, so when I'm reading it, my dyslexia kicks in and just adds random letters sometimes. But anyways, Strange Magic by Gord Rollo. Don't know what it's about. This is obviously a library copy. I had to rip the sticker off earlier, and it kind of ripped the spine a little bit, but that's okay. Pretty cool book, I think. I don't know. I really want to check out Gord Rollo's book after I saw that one review. They said Crimson was better than Jigsaw Man, I believe. But I want to check out both because they both sound really good. So, yeah. So the next two books are by an author I really wanted to check out. And so long story short, long story short, I bought a paperback for this one book. And then I went online and saw that they had a hardback for sale. So I was like, you know what? Let's see if the hardback, I mean, I'm not losing much money on this. Let's see if the hardback has the same 2 full pages of Fs. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you obviously are jumping to what you know what I got. But Daniel Cross is or I think I'm saying his name right. I'm really enjoying his book, Rotters, right now. I'm actually listening to the audiobook. I know I bought the book and then I decided to get the audiobook. Strange. But, yeah, I'm listening to the audiobook right now. The narrator's perfect. It started off a little bit too Stephen King-esque for me. Like, it was a lot like Stephen King in the beginning. It was, like, very, I don't want to say poetic, but it was, it never really got to the point. But, I know it sounds like I'm being negative, but Stephen King is a talented writer. Sometimes I'm not really into the way he writes books, you know what I'm saying? He can be too on the literary side of things, where I want horror and I want it to get to the point sometimes where, and then there's like people like Stephen King who take their time and describe things and tell you a long story, you know? And that's good, you know? That's good for a lot of readers, you know? But for me personally, it was just not my cup of tea. But I have to say, I'm blown away by Daniel Cross's writing, and it did pick up, you know? It did stop with the over-explanations, you know? I just wanted to know, like, he was like, oh, my mom died this way. Just kidding, she died this way. Just kidding, she died this way. Just kidding, she died this way. So, yes, and I think that's how many times they made you guess. And then finally, you're like, is this really how she died? Like, I don't know whether to take you seriously anymore. But, yeah, really enjoying the book, though. It's a really good coming-of-age story so far. I feel for the kid. Moving sucks. And, you know, I've moved my whole life around the country. You know, I moved from Michigan, California, Texas, Virginia. You know, I moved around the whole country. So, I've been to the Midwest. I've been to the West, the East, the South. The only thing I haven't really been is the North, you know, which I kind of am in the North. I'm Midwest. I haven't really been to the North, though, so maybe that's the next trip. Hopefully there's no more trips, actually. I really don't want to move anymore. We will be moving again, but, I mean, it's not like we're moving states. Moving to a different state sucks. I mean, moving to a different city also sucks, but not as much as moving to a whole different state. You know, that's the worst. But anyways, I'm going on a little bit of a tangent, and I'm spitting a lot. Sorry. So basically, I wanted to see if the hardback had the same thing. Daniel Cross did tell me that that's how the book is supposed to be written, so that's cool. I don't have an error in my book. So I went ahead and ordered the hardcover copy. But when it got here, this is what I got. And this is not supposed to be sold. It even says on the cover, advanced reader's copy, not for sale. But there, I bought it. So yeah, someone messed up. It even says it's a hardcover on the back of this book. But this is not a hardcover. This is a paperback. You can see where I'm a little irritated because I bought the hardcover. It is technically the cover you're going to get for the hardcover. But this is not a hardcover. It even says, see, it says hardcover on the back there, if you can read that. I'm sorry. See, it says, oh, where did it say that? I just read that. Yeah, Rotters right there. Hardcover. And it has the dimensions. But this is not a hardcover. So that kind of ticks me off a little bit. But since I already own the paperback, I'm going to put this in my giveaway. And I guarantee you, if you're a Stephen King fan, you're going to adore this book. Because the beginning is very Stephen King-esque. I'm about an hour into the audiobook, and it's just a really good book in general. I really am enjoying myself and my time with the book. So, therefore, I went ahead and bought this book. This is another book by Daniel Cross, the same author. He also has another book out there called The Monster Variations, or I think that's what it's called. And it even says it here, but I still can't read the font on the book. I think it says The Monster Variations, but I think that's another coming-of-age story, but it's not horror. So, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I want to finish Rotters before I jump into anything more than, you know, it's a coming of age story, and I really dig it so far. I like him staying with his friends and his friends bonding with trumpets and stuff, and then he moves away and it's all ripped away from him. I understand the feeling so much, so relatable. But anyways, again, I'm trying not to go on tangents. This book is by Daniel Cross, author of Rotters, even says on here. And this is Scowler. It looks like it has that guy from Heisenberg from Breaking Bad on the top there. Then you got this kid, and you got this beaten down, deteriorated house. What's the word I'm looking for? Dilapidated house. See, I'm a writer, guys. I know big words. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. But, yeah. This one is kind of a coming-of-age story. He's not a kid, but, yeah, it says, well, I'm not going to read the back. Oh, this is a short back. I'm kind of curious what it's about, but I think it's kind of a coming-of-age story. But, yeah, Scowlers by Daniel Cross. I'm not going to read the back. I decided. Sorry about that. So, the last book I got here is, a book that I've really been meaning to check out. Unfortunately, it came with a sticker that I really tried to rip off, and I failed miserably at ripping it off. I really hate stickers. I really hate stickers on my book. The thrift store book stickers, I kind of understand why they put them on, and usually they tend to be really easy to take off, you know? But when you get these, like, half-price book stickers, they don't come off very easily. And yes, this is Horns by Joe Hill. I don't own this book. I thought I did, but it turns out I own Nosferatu by Joe Hill, which is Stephen King's son, if you did not know. Oh my gosh, well, that's crazy. No, it's not. But yeah, Joe Hill, Horns. I did watch the Netflix version, movie, I should say, a long time ago when it came out. I say a long time ago, but it might have been like 2 years ago for all I know. But a long time ago, I'm going to say it's a long time ago. I had the guy who played Harry Potter in it. But I really enjoyed that story and the idea and the premise, you know. I really enjoyed it. I got a kick out of it. And I was like, I wonder if the book is better, you know? And it tends to be that the book is usually better than the film. Usually. Now, I've seen some, not contradictions, exceptions. I've seen some exceptions to that rule. Let me think of some exceptions. Jaws for all. I mean, everyone says Jaws. That's one of the big ones. Everyone says the original Jaws book or novel is boring. I never read it, but I do enjoy the movie a ton. But I hear that there's quite a bit difference. There's quite a lot of differences between the two. And yeah, I think the film version, I forget who filmed it. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, very good movie. Not very good book, I guess. I wouldn't really know. I haven't read it. But there has been books where I've read the book and then watched the movie. And I was like, yeah, the movie was better, you know? I can't think of one at the top of my head. But it is the case most of the time. Man, I'm trying to think. I'm just blanking at the moment. I'm really blanking. I had a top 5 list of, like, books to films, or at least I had a top 5 list going. I think I had 3 books so far that were film adaptations or whatever. I gotta read more books that have been films, to be honest with you. Usually, if I've already seen the film, I can't read the book, usually. I struggle because I already know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Unless, of course, someone tells me that the author or the director took a chance and put like a different ending in for people to like or dislike. It's a big chance, a big risk, but sometimes people do that. They change it a little bit, and sometimes it can go 2 ways. People can love it or people can hate it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like Pet Sematary, everybody hated the changes in that book. They're like, it's supposed to be this way, just film it like it's supposed to be. But then there's like, not contradictions, why I keep thinking that word. There's other books to films or whatever that are exceptionally good, but the books just stink. And where am I going with this? Yeah, those exceptions, I'm trying to think of an exception, but I can't think of it right now. But Horns is a really good movie, so I'm going to check out the book and see if it's any good. Usually, I'm not able to read books once I've seen the movie, but it's been a while, and I have forgotten the plot and everything. I think Carrie might have been one of those better films than books, movies, whatevers, because I really enjoyed the movie. Well, that's hard, because I really like the book, too. I don't know which one I like more. John Carpenter's Christine was extremely well. It was great. It was great. I love Christine. Oh, The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing, or even the original The Thing, or Who Goes There, whatever it was called originally. I think it was just republished as Frozen Hell. Yeah, that was by Jonathan W. Campbell or something like that. I forget, John W. Campbell. I don't remember. But, The Thing, the movie was great. I tried the book, but I couldn't really get into it. I'm going to try it again sometime, but, I really couldn't get into the book. I have it on audiobook, so, and I think it's Who Goes There, I think is what, it's called, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm not really good at reading books once I've watched the movies for them. But I can read the book and then watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? Is that weird? I don't know if that's weird or not. I just struggle immensely reading books when I already know what the ending is. I take a lot of time reading books. And when I already know what's going to happen, it's like, why am I even investing in this? You know, I already know how it ends, you know? But movies are shorter. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Movies are much shorter than books. I can ingest a movie in, like, I don't know, 2 hours, you know? And that's probably too long for a movie. But I've seen movies go for 3 hours, like Endgame. But, yeah. You ingest a 2-hour movie, it's like nothing. But you get to see what the book would be like on the big screen. And that's always fun, you know? but when you do it the opposite way, you know, it could be a little derivative. I don't know what the word is, but oh, Psycho was another one. I do enjoy the book Psycho by Robert Bloch, but I really think the movie is 10 times better. They made some what's the word? Oh my gosh. They just made some changes from book to film. Like, Norman Bates became a handsome young man. Oh, man. Where he's, like, a really fat guy in the book. It makes it more scary, I guess, because you trust him because, you know, people usually trust pretty people, but they don't trust ugly people, you know what I'm saying? Not all the time, but you know what I'm saying, you know? Like, I don't know. The movie made some... The word's not there. I really thought I had it, but the word's not there. But, yeah, there was some changes made, and the movie, I think, since I've read both the movie and the book, and I've read the Psycho book twice and watched the movie like 5 times, I gotta say Psycho, the movie, is better than Psycho, the book. But I'm sure the sequels for the Psycho movies it probably nosedived, honestly, the movies, whereas the book series probably thrived. And I don't know if that's factual. I don't know if that's a fact. I haven't read the rest of the books and I haven't watched the rest of the movies because I just think the story ends with the first movie and book. You know, it just doesn't need to continue. I think it wrapped up pretty nicely, and you ever see a movie and you're like, man, this is great, but I just don't see what else they could do. Sure, it'd be nice to get a sequel, but it's really not needed. You know what I'm saying? That's what I felt with Psycho. You know, I read the book, was like, this is good, and then I watched the movie first, actually, and this is one of the rare cases where I can watch the movie then, because Psycho was my favorite movie for the longest time. But, yeah, I went and read the book because I wanted to see what the book was like, and it was a short book, too. It's like 150-something pages, I think, but, I can't remember how long it is, but, very good book, and very good movie. Jaws, very good movie, not so great book, I hear. I haven't really read that many, I don't care what anyone says about It Part 2. I really liked It Part 2. It wasn't as good as the first movie. I understand that, you know, but if you look at it from if you went into the part 2 and it was the only one you've seen and it's just better than most films. It really is. Part 2, It is better than most films. It's just everyone's judging it because of how good the first movie did. And the first movie is just out of this world good, you know? It's just really, really good. It's hard to top that movie. And I know people didn't like that the movie wasn't as serious as the first one was. You know, there was a lot of jokes they were making. And there's a lot of instances where you're like, that doesn't make sense, you know? But overall, it was a good movie, Part 2. So what I'm saying is, when I got to reread it, you know? I got to reread it. By Stephen King, because honestly, it's probably a really good book. It probably really is, but I got to, not a certain scene per se, but I got to a certain point in the book. It's probably a halfway point. It's like a 20-hour audiobook, but I got to a certain point where I just got bored. And it was like, just, you know, I felt like it changed from first to third person a lot, and it was just hard to follow. It just wasn't my favorite book, and which is unfortunate because I love coming-of-age stories, and everyone says Stephen King is the master. I don't know about that, but I'm going to read The Body very soon. Oh, Lula, no. Lula, come on. Lula. Come on, baby girl. Sorry, guys. I got to stop the video for a second, I think. Nope, maybe not. Good girl. She was going to bark out the window, I know it. Anyways, yeah, I know this is probably blasphemy for some people, but at least from my first read-through of It, the book, I'm going to say this. I know you guys already know what I'm going to say, and I know you're going to think it's blasphemous, But I'm going to say it. You can quote me if you want. You know, you can put me on blast, roast me. I don't care. But the part 1, part 2, and the original TV series, the one with Tim Curry as Pennywise, those movies are twice as good as the book. I don't like the book that much. But that being said, I gotta reread the book and try it again. It's just very long, and it switches from first to third person a lot. And there's a lot of characters. There's a lot going on, you know? And when you're listening to the audiobook, you really gotta pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And I was listening to it at work. So, for all I know, maybe I just did it. Maybe I just need to listen to it on my walks, you know? I'm a different reader than I was 3 years ago, so maybe it will be different this time around. But it was a DNF for me, believe it or not. I know it's, I like to say this is my friend, but I don't know where we stand right now because he never answers my emails. So I don't know if we're friends anymore, but I like to say we're friends. I'm just going to say we're friends. My friend, Edward Lauren, which is not even, I don't think is even his real name, but that's besides the point. I just found that out, like, not too long ago, which blew my mind. But Edward Lauren, my friend, I think it is his favorite book of all time. I'm pretty sure it's his favorite book. And if it's not, it's his favorite Stephen King book of all time. And that's saying something, you know. It's probably either 1 or 2 on his list of favorite books ever. So, he has like every version of it possible, I believe. So, he loves it. And he comes from a literary background, and I trust his opinion on things, you know. But this one just wasn't, that wasn't for me. I am a different reader now. I've read some bigger books. I've become better. I'm still dyslexic, excuse me, as a reader and writer. I just mix words up like crazy, but I'm listening to audiobooks more than I ever have before. And I'm doing pretty good. I listen to them on walks. Sometimes I listen to them right before I'm about to go to sleep. And right when I know I'm about to fall asleep, I turn it off usually. I hate having to rewind it, you know, to a certain point because you don't remember what's going on. But, yeah, I think I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here. I'm going to actually probably title this Book Mail plus Tangent, you know. But, and I don't even know if tangent's the right word. I always use that word, but there's another one, a triad or something. A triad? A tirid? Terid? Triad. I don't know. Anyways, I keep forgetting to lift the camera up. He loves it, is what I'm saying. And he knows his stuff, usually. I'm not saying usually. Actually, he always knows his stuff. But everything's an opinion, you know? And I just, his opinion usually is not correct, but I just really trust his opinion. And I followed him. He said The Traveling Vampire Show was a good book. And he said a few things were good books when it came to coming-of-age stories. And I checked everything out, you know, that he said was a good book. And I liked them, you know. It just wasn't for me, though. It's long, a lot of characters, switching from first to third person a lot. It just wasn't for me at the time. It could be for me now. But where it stands right now, 2021 and April, I don't know what it is, 29th, 30th? I don't remember. But I think it's the 30th. You can quote me on saying the It movies are better than the book. That's just where I am right now. Now, I could be totally wrong, you know. I still have to read The Body. I've seen the movie Stand By Me, like, a lot of times, because coming of age is my shit. And I've listened to, out there I am cursing again. I watched the movie, like, a bunch, you know. Can't even recall how much. I'm going to do a top 5 list soon of my favorite coming-of-age movies. Or if I have already. I'm not sure if I've already touched on that yet. But the list probably has changed because I watched Summer of 98, or 88, I should say. And it was a really good movie. Then I watched Super 8, which is a really good coming-of-age film, which is really underrated. And it's a Steven Spielberg film, so that's kind of crazy. Oh, cramp at my foot, cramp at my foot. Oh, gosh. But, yeah, you know what? Maybe it would be fun to do this. Maybe I'll do a top 5 list right now, you know? So it's going to be titled Book Mail plus Tangent and Top 5 Coming of Age Movies list. So here's my top 5 coming of age movies. So I'm just doing this on the top of my head, making the list right now. Let's see here. Do that one. So number 5 would be The Sandlot. Sandlot is number 5. No, my bad. Monster Squad is number 5. Then you got Sandlot. Then you have Goonies. There's so many coming of age movies that are so good. Goonies. Oh, man, no, that's not right either. Monster Squad, Sandlot. No, that's right. Because Monster Squad, I just liked a little. No. Super 8 is number 5. Oh, my, this sucks. Super 8 is number 5. Because Monster Squad just misses the list. I remember now. Super 8. Then you have Sandlot. Then you have, I know I'm going to miss one. You all are going to say, what about this movie? And then I'll be like, shit, you know? But, yeah, like I said, Super 8, Sandlot, Goonies, Summer of '88, and Stand By Me. Those are my 5 favorite movies of all time, coming of age wise. Oh, shit, wait a minute. It Part 1. Oh, man, where does that go on the list? Okay, Sandlot. Goonies. Sandlot, Goonies. Summer of '88, It Part 1, Stand By Me. Those are my top 5 favorite coming-of-age movies. There we go. I'll even re-say it. Sandlot, and I'm not doing just horror, by the way. These are just coming-of-age movies. Sandlot, I can't believe I left Super 8 and Monster Squad out of it, but those are, how about the honorable mentions, guys? How about those honorable mentions? But like I said, Sandlot, Goonies, Summer of '88, It Part 1, and Stand By Me. Those are my 5 favorite coming-of-age stories, or movies, I should say. Book-wise, you know what my favorite coming-of-age books are. I've made a list. Shelter of the Damned almost made the top 10 list. I thought it was going to, but I think I even said in my review it's going to go in the top 10. But then I looked at it and I was like, man, does it beat this book, though? Does it beat this book, though? And I was like, man, I don't know. So, Shelter of the Damned by Mike Thorne's a fantastic coming-of-age cosmic horror book. Go check it out. But, yeah. So, this is really the end of the video now, guys. We're going on for, like, 30 minutes. So, hope you're happy. I got my dogs here. They're both sleeping. I'm currently reading Richard Lehman's Night Show. I've actually been taking a break from it to write and edit. So I've been writing and editing more than I have been reading. It happens when you're a writer, you know. That's why I'm not reading like 100 books a year, you know. It's because I write and I edit, you know. And by editing, I mean like revising my own work before it goes to the actual editor where the actual editing happens. But, yeah, hope you guys liked the book mail video. I'm gonna go now. And, you might see me later, because I might talk about something else. Maybe I'll even do a separate video talking about my top 5, favorite movies. Coming-of-age movies, that is. And, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the movie, or the video. It is pretty much a movie at this point, lengthwise. That's what she said. So yeah, let's end this video, shall we, guys? You probably aren't even watching this. You probably maybe skip to the end, maybe, you know? If you did skip to the end, how about that, amazing topic we talked about, huh? Yeah, let's talk about the cool topic we talked about in the comments. That might trip people up. I got another cramp in my foot. Oh, hurt my chest really bad recently, and I re-aggravated the pain, re-aggravated my chest, and now I'm in a lot of pain. So, and now my foot's cramping for some reason. So, yeah, sucks getting old, doesn't it? Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a spooky night. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys.